Hello lovelies, I am Jonita D'Souza, the creator of Exploring Femininity, a place for busy women to reconnect with their feminine and sensual self to experience more pleasure in their everyday personal and business lives. And today, I wanted to steal your quick time during this busy festive period to give you 4 sensuality tips that are one of my favorites. I wanted to check in with you and find out how you are coping up in this busy festive season. I know that you might have been bombarded with all the information about the discounted sale offers, what to wear, what to eat, what not to do to overeat, best recipes, etc., etc., and you will be loaded with information. And here I am to also give you 4 practical sensual tips for you to experience more pleasure, feel more energized, and feel beautiful during this holiday season. I don't know about you, but what I've experienced from my past and also by noticing friends and families around is during this time of the year we get to this kind of a high due to all the excitement around and end up this holiday season usually in debt. And by debt I don't only mean the way that it reflects in your bank account by overspending, but I also mean about overspending emotionally, physically, mentally, as well as spiritually. Now don't get me wrong, I love giving and gifting, and this is one of my favorite times of the year. And while we are busy giving and gifting during this busy holiday period, we as women require to deepen some of our feminine practices so that we don't end up into that holiday hangover. So here are my 4 quick sensuality tips just for you. Number 1 tip is receive. Now receiving is a deep spiritual practice and has a lot to do with self-care. We can go through a whole weekend retreat learning about the feminine ways of receiving. But as I said, I'm going to be sharing with you a quick receiving exercise that I practically use every day to remind myself of my feminine receiving powers. Sensuality lies in our capability to ask for what we really desire with diligence and authenticity. And reminding yourself of what you'd like to receive will really set your frame into what you really desire during this holiday season. We know a lot goes on during this time of the year with all these glitters and glamour. We can really get carried away. I love it, but a reminder for your feminine receiving power is a must. So I'm going to share with you this quick receiving exercise that you can do on this busy day of yours, and it will not take you more than a minute, I promise. First of all, allow yourself to be in a quiet place and practice womb breathing. If you do not know about womb meditation, I've spoken about it in my previous blogs and the link is below, so you can check that out and find out what womb meditation it is. It is basically a practice to step into women's feminine power center in the body. So once you are breathing through your womb and are able to stop your mind chatter and bring your awareness to your body and your feelings, then I would like you to ask yourself this question: what would I like to receive during this holiday period? Let me repeat again. What would I like to receive during this holiday period? And just see what feelings come up. And I would suggest you to list down 3 top feelings that came up for you. For me, when I did this exercise, the top 3 feelings that came up was laughter, love, and relaxation. Once you become aware of what you would like to receive during this holiday period, I suggest you to place it in a very visible area, like in your diary, probably a post-it note on top of your fridge door or in your bathroom mirror, wherever, on your phone. Set it as a reminder for you so that you keep coming back to what you really intend to receive during this holiday period. Now, setting this receiving intention during this holiday period will allow you to focus on your real deep desires and feelings rather than all the shoulds, the coulds, the have-tos that you have to be doing during this time. Number 2 sensuality tip is choice. Yes, we always have a choice. We often like to put the excuse or blame on something that goes wrong in our life to others, something external to us. Let me tell you one big mantra that saved my life. Every time you put the blame for something that has gone wrong in your life to a situation outside of you or someone else in your life, then you step out of awareness. Now, I'm not saying that they haven't done you wrong, but what I'm trying to say is that every difficult situation in our life is given to us as an opportunity to grow. So we always have a choice on how we want to feel. As feminine leaders and women of this 21st century, we have to start taking responsibility about our feelings, about our choices, and train this responsibility muscle a little bit. We have to become charge of our feelings, and taking responsibility for how we want to feel on a day-to-day basis is an extremely essential practice. It brings awareness to all of our senses and makes us feel more responsible for our life in this planet. So this time around, if you find yourself being pulled into some kind of negativity by a friend, a family member, or even a situation, remind yourself of this feminine mantra: my feelings are my choice. And you can also remind yourself of what you would like to really receive during this holiday period, as we've discussed in the sensual tip number 1. The third sensuality tip is hydrate. Now, we all know the importance of water in our lives. Water is our savior. I love my hot water and lemon, and I make an effort to drink 2 liters of it every day, although I must admit that I have been a little bit naughty in the last few days. Keeping yourself hydrated during this busy period will keep you feel refreshed and energized, will keep your skin looking good, and also is good for your immunity. A glass of water before this heavy meal will also help us save that extra bite that we want to swallow from the dinner table. Besides that, drinking water before and after having alcohol will also save us from that hangover waiting for us next day, so that we can wake up as shining beauties. Overall, being hydrated also means that all of our senses are heightened too. So it is important for you to keep yourself hydrated. Fourth sensuality tip is one of my favorite, and it's called penetrate. Yes, as adults we all know what it means, and I'm talking about exactly what you're thinking. This is one of the beautiful practices that I recently learned from one of my Tantra teachers that has helped me to experience more pleasure, every small or big, in my everyday life, and heighten its experience on the go too. Allow yourself to penetrate. The next time you are in a situation, circumstance, or an environment that is making you feel good, allow yourself to go deeper. Acknowledge that feeling and hold it in appreciation for at least a minute. You might even want to say it loud to the person next to you. If you come across some beautiful Christmas decorations, allow yourself to penetrate in its beauty. Notice every single detail. Same when you're spending time with your loved one, or having a delicious meal, or wearing that gorgeous dress. About how you allow the beauty around you to penetrate you to your very core. Soak it all in. Hope these 4 sensual tips serve you well during this holiday period. I would love to hear about your experience. What did you learn from this blog, or which tip would you like to implement right away? Make sure you comment in the section below.